Over on Cloud9, it's a smoke and a diffuse kit picked up on FNS, so he seems to be the water boy, carrying the sort of pieces of utility and of course the kit. So getting into the pistol already, Astralis have taken a lot of second mid control, electing to leave Banana rather empty. But look at this stack from Cloud9, it's an iron hole towards both brackets.
Yeah, FNS alone on that BE bomb site with the kit and the smoke. Astralis are making some noise here, so Cloud9 will have a rough idea that there are a couple of players nearby, but Astralis are going to go back towards Banana with the bomb. FNS could be under so much pressure if this push were to come through, but it looks like Astralis are mainly just trying to gain some map control, and that they've managed to do. They've got up Banana without any contest, and now they can afford to line up those smokes that they bought up.
So they played the time low, but the Cloud9 side, they have such a good hold here. Obviously, Skadoodle gets the information, can fall back inside of the archway. There's a bit of a bait and switch play, but the first initial duel comes through, and Skadoodle actually comes out worse for wear, down to 9 HP, but it's Rush, and he's going to step up. First kill coming in. Dupree finds another 2 kills. Skadoodle able to chime in for 1, but it's now even odds and equilibrium on both sides. Cloud9, this still could go their way. I mean, they have 2 players over towards the A side, the third rotating over. Astralis, they need to really get in quickly here. Automatic's in a great position, coming in from short. Zipnik's down inside of the pit. And he's got a decent post plant already. The bomb goes down. Cloud9 have the retake now. They have a kit to work with and a smoke, so they can definitely play the time.
Astralis will look to play the crossfires here, though, as Automatic pushes forwards. Remember, there is still the kit in the hands of FNS. And as the smoke goes down, here comes the push. With Automatic going in first, spots the player in pit, and Zipnix doesn't have any help here. The push comes in. Oh, Automatic eventually gets the frag, and it's only Device left. He will go down. And Cloud9 are going to get off to that start they were looking for. That one smoke made a really big difference there. They managed to isolate Zipnix into pit, and that got them the retake going.
Yeah, that's it. That's kind of what we talked about as well just before the game. Obviously, losing the pistol, Astralis, there's a little bit of weakness there that Cloud9 can maybe get a few more rounds here. And that's excellent for them. The pistol round was really a nice setup. I mean, we had 1 player from Cloud9 over towards the B bomb site, 4 inside of the A site. It would have been, I guess the idea was to try and take a little bit of the pressure off as soon as Astralis came up inside the middle, and then kind of bait and switch into the angles that are perhaps more secret. It's a nice setup inside of A. The grenade stack though from Cloud9 getting used up down towards middle. But it seems as though Astralis, just with the Glock 1 CZ to work with on Dupree, I mean that weapon can get a lot of damage done, so there's still that chance.
Yeah, something we're seeing more and more often from teams heavily investing into the rifles here on the Cloud9 side. They are going to be pushing down Banana. Automatic looks to take the first contact. In the meantime, Dupree's gone down to 4 HP on the other side of the map. So a lot of damage being done, even though there's not a frag found just yet. And obviously Astralis, even though they lost that pistol, they can put the pressure on really quickly here because they will be buying up into the next round. So any extra damage would be a bonus for Astralis. You can see Automatic getting surprisingly aggressive. Generally, he's a bit more of a passive player, but he's pushed down Banana.
He's got a lot of information off this as well, and he's going to hold that down. Oh, a double kill coming in from Automatic. Magisk and Glaive going down pretty early on. Automatic takes a ding to the head, so decides to go for a little bit more, and FNS will chime in for the 4th. It's all under Dupree.
Oh.
And Glock in his hand slipped through the smoke. He's up on top of the balcony. I mean, there's not too much you can hope to get done with Glocks, but anything, I guess, is a bonus in these types of rounds. Although they do have their eyes safely perched on that bomb. Cloud9 will be able to take 2. So this is actually a decent sort of start for Cloud9. I mean, obviously, Astralis losing the pistol opens up an opportunity for them to get a couple of rounds on the board.
Yeah, unfortunately, Dupree made a step there, so easy kill in the end for Rush. But as we were saying, that buy going to come in early on, so there's no time for Cloud9 to rest on their laurels. They're going to be under pressure straight away. I'm not sure if Skadoodle's going to be able to get the AWP out either, which is something that we'll have to look for into this one. I'm also interested to see again where FNS plays on the CT side, because he could very well be isolated if he's not careful, but Tarek, no. Is Tarek dead? No, I don't think so.
So Dupree all on his own. Grenade gonna go down. Don't mind the smoke. Dupree gets aggressive inside of Banana. 4 HP, the player comes in. He's able to take Device down, or Automatic's able to take Device down. Everyone's Dupree. Dupree, I think this is the real Dupree. Dupree's off towards top middle. Goes in for a little bit of damage, dips in and out of the smoke, comes back. And Astralis just look to sort of hold it down. Of course, this is going to be a bit of a slower round. They don't have as much utility as they probably would have liked, but this is a buy round, and we'll have the AKs and the Galil to work with on Magisk. Obviously going for the full clocks in that second round, investing nothing allows for this to come through. Seems though Astralis aren't perched and ready to go into the A-bomb site. Scoodle's going to be that first point of contact though.
Astralis don't have the bomb in their control just yet, so I think they're just looking for that top mid presence just to push Cloud9 back a bit so they don't have as much information. And currently Automatic is alone on B, but look at dupree's position. If Tarek isn't careful, he could go down pretty quickly here. Peak not to come in as of yet. dupree's still holding, but with 33 seconds, Astralis have to prepare this push. And dupree going to get one, but Glaive goes down in the meantime. dupree looking for more, finds another entry. 3v3 now.
And into a 3 versus 3, the bomb will make its way into the site. But Cloud9, they've got decent positions here. FNS coming up towards short. Zipnik's again inside of that pit. He's very, very good in that position. And it's very difficult to retake the A-bomb site when you've got a player down inside of that pit on the T side. So now FNS, the flashbang will come in, trying to make their way in for this successful retake. FNS catches out the first, the second comes in from Skadoodle, so it's all on the Zipnix. We've seen how many clutches he can do. He's into a 1 versus 1, he's found the first, and Automatic just swings out to the right. And that will be another round for Cloud9. They pick up the first gun round, so this is actually looking pretty good from Cloud9 to start things off.
Yeah, Zipnix looked completely focused on apartments there. I'm not sure if that was a missed call or just a prediction, but either way, it is going to be Cloud9 taking that first gun round as well. And Astralis, I don't think they'll be under too much pressure as of yet. Again, as we always say, in these sort of first games of the day, sometimes the teams can take a little bit longer to warm up. But we are going to see the AWP go into the hands of Skadoodle. We'll see where he plays with that. He is going to be going in towards mid. Over on the Astralis side, they only have pistols. They shouldn't be challenging too much. And, Skadoodle going to peek into apartments. He should have spotted the players there, so I expect him just to fall back. And indeed, he will. Over towards Banana, though. Again, Cloud9 going for fairly consistent aggression. Not going to pay off just yet. As Astralis hold back with their pistols. And you see, it's Automatic time after time pushing down Banana and allowing FNS to rotate off.
Actually, something Astralis used to do was sort of innovative. We'll talk about it a little bit later, but Rush is going to find that first kill. dupreee goes down. Device will grab himself a nice deagle headshot. Keeps it even, aim falls back towards Banana. They now have an M4 to work with, and Banana's pretty much open. B's open, so they have to get their way in quickly. They rotate. The first point of contact is again going to be FNS. Flashbangs in, FNS spots a couple trying to cross up. He does a good job at sort of separating the groups of players. Bomb will go down though, and it's planted for Banana. So Astralis, job done. They've got the bomb down. Anything more off the back of this is really just a bonus. And I mean, Rush coming in from Banana. Device is going to be there for the duel, and he wins it out with the M4. Tarek gets caught out, so this is looking good from Astralis. The AWP goes down, and it's all on the FNS. A 1 versus 4 to try and clutch it out for Cloud9 here. Otherwise, Astralis are going to win off the back of CZ's. First kill comes in, but he gets dropped by Glaive. And there we go, Astralis answer back with the pistols.
Yeah, again, that Banana push becoming a little too predictable for Cloud9. Especially when you're against the pistols, that's always going to be a big risk. A very tight choke point at the end of Banana. Automatic just ends up going down, and as you saw, the B site was wide open. I think that's fine when you're in the gun rounds, but when you're against pistols, that's a much bigger risk. And you see, that's the kill that Device found. Automatic was pushed all the way through the smoke. And as soon as he got that rifle, he managed to put it to work. And look at what that means for Cloud9's money. It's their turn to only have the CZs. Rush going to go aggressive with a player behind him, and the bomb is currently dropped. This could get interesting. There's a couple of players nearby, but Cloud9 should have heard the steps of Zipnix there. He's dropped the bomb again. This should be a frag. There it is. Astralis still just holding across the map as dupreee just about finds the trade. So the MAC-10 doing the damage, but look at Rush's position. He spotted the bomb, and he could be pivotal in this round.
He's in a very good position right now. There's no way they should expect this. Rush coming in behind, Device and Glaive there, one of the ops, and of course the AK, so this... Device luckily escapes through the underground, so he doesn't know he's there, but Rush will spawn out Glaive. So here's the footsteps of Device. This played perfectly. He will pick up the first and the second, and now he picks up the M4. There's a chance here for Cloud9 again, a two-man advantage. Magisk is there to pull it back in the B-bomb site, at least down to a one-man deficit. It's recoverable from this situation. But a great job from Cloud9, aggression inside of the apartments, and there we go, Magisk nearly goes down to FNS. That could have been a completely different story, but luckily for him, Magisk is able to fall back. The bomb's still in the clutches of the C9 players, and a nice shot from Rush. He's doing so much work into this round, 3 kills, and dupreee, he has to be the difference maker, has to find 3 kills, but he won't. Skadoodle shuts him down in the answer back, and that means Astralis, how much money have they got? They got quite a bit actually, so that's pretty good. But I mean, Cloud9 back to winning ways.
Yeah, there's that aggression from Rush that we were talking about. Generally, you kind of think of it on the T side when he plays more of an entry role, but on the CT side, managing to slip through the cracks. Very well played with the CZ to make sure he gets both of those kills and falls back to cover. And then with the M4, cleans up the round win. So that means we've got both teams probably buying. Astralis have enough for rifles onto 4 players, so I'd expect them to force up here. And yes, indeed, the rifles will be invested in. Again, though, we're going to have to look at Skadoodle on the CT side. He's been a little lackluster with that AWP as of late, and I think he could be the real key for Cloud9 if they've got a chance at this tournament, because especially at the Major, that's where Skadoodle really stepped up and performed for the team. Nade's going to go down mid. Ooh, not that much damage done. That was 3 nades utilized as well. Magis down to half HP as the mollies keep on coming. So many nades getting used. And oh, Magis down to 3 HP. The wallbang not quite connecting, but a decent amount of damage done from Cloud9. They used all their nades in the process though, and it looks like Astralis will be able to force them back from Banana.
Seems as though they just really made their preference towards the B-bomb site. A lot of players in this position. To make their way through for them, along with the bomb device being the entry fragger here. Let's check in, make sure that the wooden barrels are clear, and of course the sandbags. But Astralis with their utility going to be setting up outside the B-bomb site. Standard execute looks to be coming in. The flashbang there as well. Just wait the time down. Wait for your 5th to arrive. Magisk 3 HP. CZ in hand. Skadoodle posted up in the back lines. With that AWP is going to be a very scary prospect, but the flashbang's good. It forces him away, actually, so this is the chance. He gets one, gets dropped by Glaive almost immediately, so it's down to FNS to do work, and he finds the first. Looking for a couple more, but he will go down almost immediately to Device, and now Automatic playing inside of the smoke. It's his time to shine. He will go down to Glaive, so Astralis, they're answering back again here. A one-man advantage for them to work with, and the retake needs to come in. It's Tarek and Rush to do so.
Glaive on 1 HP. Manages to survive, and ooh, a kill comes in for Rush, so we're quickly into the 2v2. Kit's in place, they've got a lot of time to work with. Both Rush and Glaive very, very low on health. The first death here could be crucial as Tarek's still holding. Might spot Glaive, there's the frag, and Zipnix can't trade, but he does find the first. Into the corner, Zipnix baiting the peak, Tarek pushing in, Zipnix not getting the shot through. Tarek just about has time for the defuse. And it is going to be Cloud9 again, managing to come out to a surprising start here. A 5-1 lead, the AWP will be saved. And even though they were playing that B site passively, the rotate came in just in time.
This is a bit of a back and forth game. I mean, you really can't write home about who you thought was going to win in that last round. For a second, it looked like Astralis. Then Cloud9 come back in. Massive plays from Tarek and Rush, obviously being able to retake that one. And this puts them in a good position, 5-1. And a pause does come through from Astralis, so they... You know, I have to talk about what's going wrong here. This isn't the start they were looking for.
Yeah, again, they're going to be forced down to pistols, and the one round they have won was actually with those pistols previously. So, again, that's interesting that they have struggled in those gun rounds up until this point. But yeah, a bit of a surprise so far to see Cloud9 get off to this strong start, but it's not something that was completely out of the question. It was something that we said could come through if Cloud9 managed to get rolling early on. But you still feel as though Astralis should be able to work their way back into this game. Even though they really are on the back foot now, they're going to take a timeout, take their chance to talk things over. And, I mean, remember, in the online portion, this team finished with a 17-1 record, only losing 1 map against Mouse Sports. So they've clearly had a very, very storied past. And FNS is going to push down mid. A lot of info gained. That could be a risk against the pistols. Oh, okay, never mind. Gets a kill.
Drops the bomb as well. Great frag to find. Another player there, so FNS makes his way back inside of Banana, the safety. There's Device, goes down to Tarek. That's only Magisk and Zipnix. 2 versus 5. The CZs have done a lot of work throughout this first map already. How much can they hope to get done in this position? Plenty of time still left. Astralis seem to be leaning towards the apartments to see if they can get anything done in this area. Just up inside of the apartments, clears out the balcony. Makes his way down to Boiler. Looks as though Zipnix wants to go in from middle. The flashbang's in. It's going to work by baiting the player away from the angle. Zipnix goes down. A nice attempt from Magisk, but he will go down as well. Automatic finds the frags, both of them. And we go 6-1. Astralis will get a buy through though. It's going to be the AKs out. Full AKs. A little bit of utility. A couple of smoke on every player, so still an execute is there. And it's not much. I mean, in comparison to what they would want, obviously, it's not a lot of utility, but it's enough to get stuff done. So, see what they can do in this round. It's going to be 6-1. Cloud9, a great start from them so far, Hawkett.
Yeah, we haven't also seen enough money to get that AWP on the T side, but I don't think that's something that they would necessarily need, as Skadoodle tried to force a fight there, but he goes down to 21 HP, and Device up close is forced out, but he gets the opening. Not quite the second. FNS manages to find the trade. Device there was forced out by the Flames, but he still finds one frag at the very least. Glaive could be in trouble. He's burning alive right now. Glaive down to 8 HP from the molly. If there was a player holding that angle, he would have been dead, but he just about manages to survive. Just a 1-for-1 trade on that banana push. But now this is a really tough spot for Cloud9. They're playing both sites pretty passively with only 2 players. It's going to be really difficult to hold them off.
Tarek going to make his way back into the A-bomb site. Alleviates pressure towards Long, and Astralis get it for free. They will slip their way through the archway. They should know that that's obviously an option for them, as Tarek did give up that angle. So you see Skadoodle watching the CT spawn. 22 HP. 21 HP, should I say. Very low. Still has the op to work with. And also Astralis went through the archway back through the library. And I'm about to wrap this A-bomb site in. I mean, Rush, he's inside of the pit, but he's only got a FAMAS. Tarek's on the spot though, and he has the M4A4. Not much utility to hold it off though. 2 flashbangs on Rush. The execute comes in. Astralis make their way up short. It's the first kill from Magisk, and another kill from Magisk. Just absolutely cracks open the A-bomb site. And Astralis, they look so on point in that execute. It's now FNS and Skadoodle. 2 versus 4, and they're just going to try and save these weapons. Post the AWP up on top of the wall. And this is that was a really good round from Astralis.
Yeah, again, once you get that 1-for-1 trade, the CTs in Inferno are in a real tough spot where it's very difficult to hold each site with only 2 players, but also you don't really want to take a massive risk, and the rotates are so long between the sites that they're in a really rough spot there. I mean, even if Cloud9 get 2 kills and find a 2-for-2 trade on the hold, they're still in a disadvantageous position, and they couldn't even do that. So I think I would have liked Cloud9 to maybe just go for a bit more of an aggressive positioning there. I mean, we saw they gave up A-long completely. That's just so much map control for Astralis. Gives them so many options to work with, and as they split that A-bomb site, there was nothing that Cloud9 could do. They are still going to have enough money for a buy into this round. Those 2 saved guns proving rather important, as we get to see those 2 entries from Magisk yet again.
These were so good. Just absolutely destroys them. No chance for them to get anything done there.
Ooh.
Although this is a 3-man set towards the top of Banana. Glaive going to dip his head up above the wall, finds Automatic's head. Falling to a man advantage already for Astralis, taking that one for free, but Skadoodle, he's the equalizer, pulls it back into an equilibrium, falls back into the A-bomb site, and now Glaive, the counter map control takes towards Long. He's got a lot of pressure here, and Astralis seem to be leaning towards the A-bomb site again. It's Skadoodle, kill coming in, that's the bomb, it falls right to his feet. Oh, Skadoodle nearly gets that one, but it's Rush to step up, 2 kills for him. And it's now all on the Zipnix. He's clutched so many times before, but that grenade will prevent him from doing so this time.
Yeah, Automatic picked up the AWP at the start of that round, and he held it for about 10 seconds before he was dead. Had a good time with it, but it is Skadoodle instead, the primary AWPer, to step things up on the A site's hold. I think Astralis might not have expected him to be in that position because they realized they killed an AWPer over towards Banana. They should have been aware it was Automatic, but they went for that A play and they weren't too ready for that AWP to be on the A side of the map. And you can see now Astralis not in the best of shapes. Magisk is going to go again incredibly aggressively through the smoke. The banana control will be gained. And again, it's Automatic with that secondary AWP over towards the B bomb site. Skadoodle is the first rotator as well, so that could be a little bit problematic, having those 2 AWPs trying to hold off the pistols. They have got the support of FNS, though, to help them over towards B. But the bomb's still back towards second mid, so it looks like Astralis are just going to take their sweet, sweet time.
Yeah, just get as much information as possible, test the waters everywhere. Make your decision, make it informed. Seems as though they do make their preference towards the B-bomb site. That grenade going to deal a little bit of damage. Automatic on the AWP. Posted up on top of the coffins. This could be interesting. I think the double up setup's always interesting to watch in Inferno. Definitely when you can play one towards the A-bomb site, and obviously one on the coffins is the most common position for that. So he takes one, falls back. He's most likely to play to come through. 45 seconds left. Astralis seem to be setting up for their execute. The smokes come in. Utility used up the Molotovs are there. Automatic falls in behind the pillar. It's FNS to find the first. Automatic misses 2 shots, 2 very crucial shots. He's left in behind that pillar, but Zipnix, he's got the angle, catches out Skadoodle, knows they were wanting to go for the boost, so knows it's a second, and Device will take him down. Falls all onto Rush. A 1 versus 3, and he's making his merry way over from the A-bomb site. Bomb will go down eventually. That was another great round from Astralis.
Yeah, and again, in the pre-game, we were kind of talking about the fact that FNS can struggle as a fragger, so I wouldn't mind seeing them switch up his position. He's played the B site pretty consistently so far, and I think into the future that could be a real problem for Cloud9. We've only really seen Astralis hit that B site a few times so far, but when they have, they've found quite a lot of success, as was proven in that round. They get another round win on the board. And Cloud9's money is going to be in a slightly awkward position now, where some players have enough money to buy, some of them don't. They decide to go for the Force. It's only FNS with the 1 rifle on the team. And again, a fairly static setup. Okay, I was going to say, so FNS was going to be assisted at B by Automatic, but they do decide to take a risk this time. You can see the players stacked in towards top mid, trying to hold these crossfires. This can work pretty well, especially if a smoke comes in. Rush could peer over the top of that one. And we also have to look at the Astralis side, because they've got their first AWP into the hands of Device. So they will probably, again, just be holding back. This banana control has consistently been gained without too much of a contest from Cloud9. That will be the case again. But Automatic has been rotated back to B. It's FNS to get the first frag, though, and that might be a recoverable rifle if Magisk were also to fall. But Cloud9 don't want to go for the push.
Finding that opening kills. Excellent from FNS. Gives them that edge that they need into this round. Especially Device going down. That's probably a play most likely do not want to go down. So man advantage there for Cloud9. See what they can get done with it. Glaive is the water, spreads through the smoke. Automatic close with the Deagle, decides to dip through, but has to fall back. At least he stays alive. I mean, he doesn't come out worse for wear. Skadoodle, 1 with the CZ, goes down on the flank, and this is looking a little bit dire for Astralis. They fall into a 2 versus 2. The bomb still has to go down. FNS finally falls, and it's pulled back. There's a player close inside of that smoke towards the coffins. Magisk unaware, totally unaware. Automatic decides not to overcommit though, because he knows his teammate's coming in with an AK, and it's Tarek. He can make a lot of damage, and there's the headshot. Zipnik's going down. Magisk makes a little bit of space, and now it falls into a 1 versus 1. Tarek up against Magisk, and it's Tarek to win it out. A headshot comes through, and Cloud9, they make it work again with a scrappy buy.
Yeah, Tarek just nailing that final headshot to close out the round win. A rapid kill comes through. Zipnix there was fighting towards Banana with the bomb in his hands. That was a little bit scary. If he were to go down, the bomb could have been dropped. That could have been the round over and done with right there and then. But Astralis still can't get it done on the eventual B site push. And yeah, the Astralis guys were having a little bit of a discussion there. I mean, they're 8-3 down now. This is starting to get a little bit out of hand, especially because, again, they're being forced into these buys where they don't have everything they would want. We talk about Astralis' incredible nade usage, but they're not really having those full buys with all of the nades out. Not a single HE brought up. The Skadoodle misses that opening shot. The peak was going to come in from second mid, but Skadoodle decides he's better off falling back. Don't think Dupree wants to take the fight with the Mac-10, though. It is going to be the banana push already having come through. Again, FNS still here towards this bomb site. He's been fragging there okay so far, but as the peak comes in, FNS again wins the opening fight. He's doing a solid job on that B hold so far.
Matic has been dancing around these smokes as well. He went from C2 over towards the B bomb site. But again, we talked about the scoreline just there. Cloud9 up 8-3 already. They've already won the half, and things are looking a little bit desperate because Skadoodle, again, another kill towards the A-bomb site. It's a 2-man advantage for Cloud9. He falls back into the archway. Definitely in a great position. He could do more. And Astralis, it seems as though they're running into a brick wall.
They are going to group up back towards Banana. The boost has come in. Time after time, I don't see teams clear this position well enough. So hopefully Astralis are ready for it, but it's FNS again to chime in with another frag. And there we go. Dupree doesn't clear the position, but Glaive is going to take him down. There comes the push, though. FNS not going to get the fourth. Dupree is eventually going to go down, though, as Cloud9 keep on going. Again, we had this one billed as a very one-sided matchup, but you can see Cloud9 having a lot of fun right now, taking a convincing lead in this first half. And I think quite a bit of it has been down to the economy, but you've got to give Cloud9 credit. They won the key gun rounds to get themselves into these positions.
Yeah, there's FNS again. He's been a really pivotal player towards that B bomb site for Cloud9, dipping in and out of smokes, taking advantages, pulling it back. And this is looking great from them. Already there's those 9 rounds that Nothing was talking about on the desk. Expecting Cloud9 to grab, they've already got those 9 rounds. There's still plenty more to go in this first half, so a great performance from Cloud9, stunning a lot of people, I'm sure. Astralis down to the Glocks, nothing invested into this one, so definitely want to try and get whatever they can into those gun rounds, because that's going to be where Astralis win their most of their rounds, right? In those situations where they are allowed to go for their well-resurrected executes. But this time Rush finding another kill. So it falls down, the man advantage there for Cloud9. It seems as though they just want to, slow the pace down, make sure that they're just holding back. Don't want to go aggressive against pistols, because obviously that can cause a lot of issues. But Tarek's a relatively aggressive angle. Catches like Galiv. For a little bit more here. This flashbang going to come through, trying to get frags, but doesn't decide to overcommit. Pulls back towards the door. Just goes down. Tarek, conveyor belt of players coming right out towards him, and he's able to deal with all of them. A 4K there for Tarek, a conveyor belt of death for Astralis, and that will be 10-3. This is an excellent half from Cloud9.
And it's time for Astralis to take their second tactical timeout. Zonic wants to have a word with them, and with good reason. Cloud9 off to a 10-3 start. I didn't really have any expectations for them coming into this tournament. And it's also worth pointing out, I was saying that FNS in general struggles to frag, but that has not been the case here. He is towards the top of the scoreboard for Cloud9. That's been a huge part as to why they have been on top. And to be honest, Astralis, I mean, you look at Dupree's body language there, he was looking just a little bit down and dejected. They really need to perk themselves up, because these last 2 rounds are going to be huge for them. If they get 5 rounds on the board, they've got every chance to come back into this one, into that second half. Again, though, we're going to see the double AWPs out for Cloud9. I don't think these 2 AWPs have been so impactful so far, but they have won most of their rounds with these 2 AWPs in play. Again, it's automatic to come in towards Banana just to try and hold this off early on. And Astralis not going to try and pressure Banana this time around.
Again, it's the double up setup. Automatic carrying it as well, so got a different angle this time, a little bit more aggressive. It's going to actually catch out Astralis. Molotov clears out that angle behind the wall. Automatic, just waiting for a player to come into his crosshairs, and there it is. Man advantage picked up. Magisk has fallen bait to that AWP. That's another great kill for Cloud9 to find. Magisk is an incredible player, especially on Inferno, so obviously taking him down out of the round early on is a little bit scary for Astralis. And again, there's not too much utility left. 2 flashbangs, 3 smokes, and 1 single Molotov. So Astralis do seem to lean towards this A-bomb site though, Hawkeye. This time it's looking as though they want to pressure there, but there's 3 players from Cloud9 at the side of the map. Actually, they begin to make their way back.
Ooh, this could be timed to perfection. Right now, Automatic is alone towards B. FNS going for the rotate, and that smoke has just gone down towards A long, so that might force FNS to stick around a little longer. It's going to be Glaive away from the rest of his Danish compatriots. They're going to push in towards this B site. No, Glaive doesn't clear the corner. FNS finds the first, so a 2-man lead, but it's still only Automatic here as he gets the first. Looks for a bit more. He knows there's a player up close, and Automatic just buying time here. Gets another. No, it was Tarek to find that frag. That must have been through the smoke, but Automatic does close the round out. He shot just as Tarek stole the kill away from him, but Cloud9 managed to shut down the push. And again, Astralis are just not finding anything into these rounds. It's not even really a competitive round there. That was just all Cloud9.
There's that opening pick from Automatic. He missed it when he was playing the AWP in the previous round. Of course, he played towards that back pillar. He did miss a few shots, so I was wondering maybe they go away from that, maybe they stray away from that AWP, the second AWP. He picks it up again, and this time he makes it work. He's actively looking for the opening kill. He finds that, he falls back inside of the bomb site. When the XEU comes in, he's able to shut it down in the end. And that is going to be 11-3. Coming into the last round of the half, Astralis, they've only got CZs to work with. A Galil there on Dupree. This is not looking great for the Danes right now, and I feel as though there may be a chance for Cloud9 to take 12-3 here. It's looking likely at this point. Astralis with a little bit of utility. Just sitting outside of that A-bomb site, and this is going to be a lot of confidence given to Cloud9.
We'll see if Astralis can at least salvage 1 more round at the end of the half. The push is going to come in towards A long. There's no one here just yet. Tarek has gone more massive, but that's a team flash that's just come through. Easy opening kill for Tarek. He decides to reposition. The molly will deny him from finding any further info, but that smoke goes way too deep. Tarek could decide to peek off the back of it, but he decides against it because the push is coming in, and Automatic gets his pistol out for another frag. Astralis, I think, are just going to fall back over towards the B bomb site, but FNS should spot them out shortly, and he's already calling for the rotate.
Astralis looking to try and get into this B bomb site, but FNS been doing a great job of holding on to the fort. First kill coming in, looking for the second, but equips his nade. A little bit unlucky for that one. Tarek up inside of the boost, actually gets caught out, so there's a chance here for Astralis. And very low HP on Automatic, but he's still able to make it work. That AWP grabs a kill, falls all into Glaive. He talked about his fragging abilities before the match started, and there he goes. Tries to get a little bit done, but I mean, he's stuck in between a rock and a hard place now, and that AWP finishes off the job. Automatic 3 kills in the round, so that's an excellent performance from him, and a great half from Cloud9, 12-3 coming into that first half. That is crazy.
Yeah, if you have just joined us, that is the correct scoreline. 12-3 to Cloud9. I don't think anyone really expected this. I mean, sure, Cloud9 could have maybe got off to a strong start, but I mean, you talk about strong starts, that's about as good as they could have hoped for. A 12-3 scoreline. Incredible performance from them so far. I think a lot of it did come down to the economy game. We saw time after time, Astralis, they couldn't get the full buy, they couldn't get the full nades, and now it's all about this second half pistol. This is effectively a must-win for Astralis. Glaive is going to pick up the CZ. He's currently going to be playing over towards B, but already Astralis rotating that fourth man back towards this A side of the map. Cloud9, though, just going to be sitting back patiently. Again, they've got those 2 sets of nades, so they can afford to take their time.
Astralis, I think they'll be a little bit stunned by this one. Of course, the pistol is going to be a very crucial round to win coming into the second half. If you can get a good start, then definitely Astralis are a team that can come back from deficits like this. We've seen how good their CT side is, especially on Inferno. We see the plays they just can make inside of the pit. Tarek, though, first bit of aggression is shown. He forces that player off that angle. Takes a good bit of top down control. Decides to give it back, though. Seems though Cloud9 just trying to make their way up towards second mid, and an A. Execute going to come in. It's a nice setup from Astralis, though. This one could go either way. Device just waiting on the opposite end of middle. Players gathering up inside of the apartments. Quite a few making their way through the top. So this is going to be a nice hit from Cloud9. Starting to Astralis to land their shots, and look at Magisk. We talked about his position inside of the pit. We talked about how impactful he is, but here's his time to show it. 3 players coming through. Has the pistol, the flashbangs in. It's Device in the back lines. 1 kill coming in. Magisk is there with another, and it's Device holding on, and Astralis absolutely decimate Cloud9, and that is a great pistol for them to win. Very crucial indeed, but now they need to convert Hoka.
Yeah, all 5 Astralis players ended up on that A site. They had a very good read onto that one. They quickly rotated. I think before the push even came in, they were beginning their rotate over from B. And that's really what's paid off for them there. I mean, obviously the crossfire on the site had already done a lot of the work. Device in particular doing a decent job. You can see that he does really well to stay alive around that pillar. And it means that Magisk in pit has some easy shots for himself. This is interesting, though. Astralis not going for that many rifles here. Fair few SMGs in play, but they are only against the few pistols, so they've already got off to a good start. Dupree doubles down in towards mid, and Cloud9 are just sitting back pretty patiently. Rush, the only player, somewhat far forwards, and he will also be sidelined. So Astralis will get the job done. I was a little bit worried with so many SMGs in play, but clearly my worry was not necessary. They're going to get this win.
Oh.
Beautiful.
Gets a little bit of a dunk going. Zipnix finds the last, and that will be 5 rounds on the board for Astralis. They are able to convert the pistol, and that's great for them. Of course, I mean, too often do we see the pistols upset sort of that second eco, so Astralis picking up the pistol, being able to convert it, obviously gets them in a good position coming into the second half. If they can start to grind out rounds now, this is their chance to get as much money as possible, to set them up for those gun rounds, to get everything they need. Because obviously they're going up against Cloud9 with clocks. So, heavy SMG presence yet again, a FAMAS into the mix. This should be Astralis all over this round. 6 rounds should be on the board here for the Danes.
All that Cloud9 have decided to buy is a 1 single flashbang. I think that's meant to be prepared over towards Banana, but they might not expect Astralis to have pushed forwards, and oh wow, this is going to be brutal. The flashes, the nades, everything coming in, as well as the bullets. It's going to be Astralis mowing down the players in towards the bottom of mid, and Cloud9 are going to get onto a buy. Skadoodle has enough money for that AWP. He can decide to go for that if he wants it. Over on the Astralis side, they have to decide how much they want to upgrade, because they are still in a position where if they're not careful, they could be reset. They have got Device buying up an AWP, but they've kept a couple of their weaker weapons here. So that could be a little bit concerning, but on Inferno, there are quite a few close angles you can play, and Device still has this AWP peeking down mid.
Yeah, this is going to be a bonus round. Skadoodle. It looked as though we were going to see the AWP or duel come through, but Device misses that shot, falls back now. Forced to fall back inside of the archway, and Skadoodle, you know, has a great position inside of middle. The flashbang through. Tarek sees that no one's holding long, so pressure's up towards that side of the map. Dupree, he's first to strike. Astralis are looking good. Device finds the second. And now it's down to Rush, FNS, and Automatic. And 3 versus 5. Automatic playing inside of the smokes. He's been doing this throughout the entire game so far. On the edge of this one, doesn't spot anybody out, but Glaive's looking at this smoke. You know, it's just a possibility that Automatic could walk around this, so it's just a stalemate really between these two players, and as soon as that smoke dissipates, Glaive made a lot of footsteps. The flashbang keeps him alive for momentarily, but it's Automatic to find that headshot, and it will be a 4 versus 3. Astralis still with the man advantage, but it's beginning to look a little bit weaker. Flashbang through, Automatic, another kill, and that's Device going down. And this is looking a little bit scary, but Magist from the pit, he always makes the difference. Dupree with that MP9 actually going to go down, so it falls on the Automatic. A 1 versus 2. And he's going to go down to Magisk, who picks up the quad kill in the end. So great performance from Magisk inside of that pit, starting things off as he means to go on.
Yeah, you saw some of those weaker weapons on Astralis really struggle in that round. I think it was Dupree with that MP9 on the site trying to get that run and gun going. That didn't work for him, so not deciding to upgrade nearly costed them, but they end up getting the round win they were looking for. And Astralis starting to find their footing. Is it too late though? Because they still could be in some trouble. This Device just found the opening kill down mid, up against one of those pistol players. Not too much of an issue into this one. Astralis should be able to take it fairly competently. Magisk again getting pretty aggressive. I want to be a little bit careful. He knows where FNS is, so he doesn't have to push. FNS is going to try and get up close though. Magisk doesn't know he's here. If he reloads, this could be a kill. FNS should find this. Oh, the peek comes in, but somehow the frag comes through. I think Glaive had his back. And that means it is just going to be a couple of Astralis players left. I was going to say, those pistols, if they find a couple of kills at Banana, could have been able to get that bomb down, but you see the bomb back towards second mid. And yeah, Astralis are indeed cleaning.
Just the Deagle left, it's Skadoodle. He goes down inside the middle. Good run from Astralis. This is a scary prospect though for Cloud9. We obviously know, okay, you've kept the momentum from Cloud9, from Astralis, should I say, at bay. You've been able to keep them down, and this is your chance to get into the game. Of course, we've seen that first half, they kept them low in economy, they kept them modest, they were winning rounds, but they really had no right to win them, of course, with the CZs, a couple of rifles into the mix perhaps, keeping Astralis down low, but now it gets a bit risky.
Can you tell the players by their skins, Dinko? That's the real question. Yasimov going to be peeking down Banana. I assume this is going to be Device over on the Astralis side, trying to see what he can get done. A couple of incendiaries being utilized. Again, Cloud9, they're holding very, very passively at the start of their T sides here, just waiting to try and spot out any aggression. You can see Skadoodle on the other side has the AWP in his hands, so it is a full buy for Cloud9. The flash comes in, and Device could be in some trouble here, but never mind. Device takes the opening kill. Skadoodle not expecting that boosted position, and yet again it's Astralis to gain the early lead.
Free. Been playing that angle quite often, very successful in it as well. Astralis have a very good hold of this A bomb site, so basically they have cover to go fall back into, but they also have an angle where they can actively find that aggressive kill. So in this corner, Automatic seems to be poised and ready for this one. FNS can run through, but it's a kill. Glaive goes down. A great play from Cloud9, taking that first opening. Astralis have to jiggle up their defense a little bit here. One inside the pit, of course. C9 cautious of overcommitting, and understandably so. I mean, you don't want to give away the man advantage, because obviously you fought so hard to get it back into a 4 versus 4, so you don't want to give anything away. That Molotov goes down inside of the pit. Flashbang, it's a kill from Dupree, holding the fort on the A-bomb site. Another kill coming in, and the duel. Astralis are able to shut them all down, and Zipnix, he wants some kills, and Dupree taking a little bit of a dig towards Zipnix there, but I mean, it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, that was a complete shutdown. Again, remember, that was a full buy from Cloud9, so the fact that they got so completely brushed aside in that round, really starts to get a bit worrying now. We're back to a 12-9 scoreline. And it is going to be Cloud9 back on the pistols. Skadoodle trying to eco up to get that AWP as soon as possible. They're going to go quickly down B, but look at the nade. So much damage done. This is going to be over. Oh, 2 kills with the incendiary. And FNS is sitting wondering where his team have just gone.
Yeah, FNS stuck with the CZ now onto the ramp. And that was a great play from Astralis, just really just putting an end to Cloud9 using grenades. I mean, Zipnik's being able to pick up 2 with the Molotov, and this is looking good. I mean, we're into double figures for Astralis. Not a single round being fired from Cloud9 coming into the second half. And Astralis, I mean, when you look at that scoreline, you're back in the game. In your head, you're back into this game when you hit that double figures. And FNS is going to dip out. 1 kill going to come in, but Glaive was able to take him down, so we go 12-10.
And it said at the end there, Zipnik's did 213 damage with nades. Not a bad round with those nades down towards Banana. And this does start to get very dangerous. As we were saying, I think in the pregame it was kind of pointed out, yeah, we could see Cloud9 get off to a strong start, but heading on from that, Astralis could really gain control, and that's exactly what we've seen happen here. I mean, recently, Astralis on Inferno have obviously got pretty good results. You know, those wins against Liquid, they managed to beat FaZe 16-6. They're clearly a strong Inferno team, and I think after that slow start, they've really found their footing now. That is clear to see. I'm glad Cloud9 finally took this time out. It maybe could have been taken a bit sooner, but they certainly need to discuss what the hell is going wrong for them, because, again, they're just getting shut down by those crossfires.
Yeah, it also gives them a little bit of time to try and break up the momentum of Astralis as well. I mean, everything's been going their way. A little bit of a breather allows both teams to sit down. And that smoke goes out early. Skadoodle makes his way into second mid. Cloud9 seem to be leaning a little bit more heavily towards the A-bomb side, not really challenging inside of Banana, and that's been an area where they've taken a lot of damage on board. Astralis are an excellent team at taking Banana control. The way they use their utility is just second to none.
Yeah, and the thing I think here for me is that in a position where you really need an opening kill, oftentimes you want to rely on that AWPer, but obviously Skadoodle is not going to be confident to go for those aggressive peaks. He's much more of a passive AWPer. I'm surprised he's even picking up the AWP on the T side. It can be quite difficult to use, but the push comes in and Glaive nearly shuts it down. Skadoodle eventually gets the trade up close with the AWP. Another kill for Rush, but it's still Astralis holding the line. They keep a man advantage. Skadoodle still has this AWP though, and as he peeks in towards A-Long, this next kill is crucial. If Zipnik takes him down, this should be the end of the round, and there it is. It's all on Tarek.
Tarek now stuck in a 1 versus 3. Again, Astralis a great hold towards the A-bomb site. No way Cloud9 are getting through that. Gonna get called out, trying to look towards the pit. Magisk will peek out, and the kill comes in. And that will be 1 round away now from evening things out. It looks as though Astralis really snapping the dominance over that CT side. I think that's the brick wall that Nothing was talking about on the desk. It's just when you try to get anything done on that T side, you just walk right into that brick wall of the defense of Astralis. Everything's just so well thought out, and the utility usage is amazing. I think it's just so difficult to get space, and another pause coming through from Cloud9.
I just want to say, if you go on the ECS Twitter and see the picture they've used of me, I look like I'm half asleep. They could have got a better picture of me here. What is this? I'm disappointed. That's all I want to say. But anyway, back into the game again. Cloud9, they really do need to, find something that's going to work for them. Again, I think finding that opening pick was just going to be so important for them. That would really settle the nerves in one of these key gun rounds, because they have to feel this game is slipping away from them. And, I mean, over on the Cloud9 side, you can see they don't really have a coach with them, whereas Astralis, they've got Zonic hyping them up round after round. He is getting them excited. And the issue for Cloud9 is, even if they win a round, Astralis have so much money built up now, and look at the confidence from Dupree.
Right out towards second mid. 1 kill only, though. FNS, a good job in trading that, putting an end to his shenanigans. Falls into a man advantage. Astralis can slow things down again. Cloud9 have got a good bit of man control, but it's Magisk again. So difficult to get out of that position when he's there. 2 kills come in, and it's all on to FNS. He's found 2 so far. He's having a decent game, actually, so he begins to make his way through. And on the spot is Magisk. Default position. FNS decides to make his way back towards long. But he's stuck in between a rock and a hard place right now. Astralis will be there to even out the scoreline. Just trying to grab ahead, but Magisk again, great plays from him, shutting them all down as they come out of apartments, and it must be frustrating if you're Cloud9. You get so far, right? You pick off dupreeh inside the balcony, you make your way inside of the apartments, when it comes down to crunch time, they try and get out the door, and they get shut down by Magisk time and time again.
And yet again, it is going to be Cloud9 forced down to pistols. This has been a recurring theme of this half. Their economy just has not been built up whatsoever, mainly because they literally haven't won a round. They're all going to be peeking down mid. Oh, that nade could be huge. Oh, that's about 150 damage. Another nade comes in. This is Astralis at their best. Those nades do so much damage, and already we see the first kill found by Xyp9x.
Yeah, this comeback's just been routine maintenance, just Astralis, utility, round after round, take it round by round, just absolutely disallow anything from Cloud9 to go their way. Device is there with the ult posted up towards long as well, so if they even try to make their way out from any of these angles, they're either met with a shot from the AWP of Device, or they're shut down from dupreeh's AK-47. There's the first kill, there's dupreeh's AK. Only able to get one. Rush is able to trade, but Device is there to pick up the scraps along with Magisk. So there we go. Astralis are going to be 12-12, and things are looking excellent from this side.
Yeah, and again, a lot of credit to Magisk. He has certainly stepped up on this CT side, even though, again, he is that new addition. We haven't really seen much of Magisk in this lineup so far. That's something you kind of forget. He's been a pretty recent addition, and yet he's managed to fit right into this roster. But here we go, round 26. Cloud9 back to a bye. But they really need this win. And look at the aggression. The spray does so much damage. Magisk gets all 3 frags. And this round is already over and done with.
Yeah, this was a crucial round for Cloud9, and they all get shut down. 1 player, 3 kills. Goodbye, Cloud9, and that will be it. That was incredible from Magisk, though. He switches up to his position as well. He's on the opposite end of the map. He's never played there, so that's so hard for Cloud9 to really expect anything like that. And there's dupreeh. There's shenanigans again, and there's nothing Cloud9 can do right now. They're just being toyed with.
And Astralis, you can know that they are in control of this one now. A flawless CT side so far, and it's Cloud9 who are in desperate times again.
There it is. Ooh, this was incredible. I mean, just straight up rush down Banana, take 3 kills, but just he's got the best spray control in the world. I mean, it's quite evident.
His nade even did 50 damage to FNS, who was the 4th player standing at bottom of mid. It was basically as good as he could have hoped for.
There's Device picking off the first. Tarek goes down. An advantage picked up for Astralis yet again, and this was a round that Cloud9 could actually get something done with because they have the AK still to work with. A tiny bit of utility, but still utility at that. And Astralis are able to pick off the first, and this has kind of put a dampener in Cloud9's hopes into this round. And of course they lose this one. It's map point for Astralis.
Rush can spot 1 player out towards the site, but dupreeh was just jumping across. Ooh, double miss. Coming his way.
Ooh.
Yeah, Device holding this angle. If automatic goes out here, he's going to be dead a lot of the time unless there is a nade lined up. Device also trying to watch in towards top mid though, so it could get a little bit awkward for him depending on the timing. With 52 seconds left, Cloud9 are going to have to go for a push eventually, and they only have 2 smokes and 1 flash, so they could really do with finding an entry.
Yeah, at least pull it back into a 4 versus 4, make it a little bit more doable. Falls down to 37 seconds. Cloud9 need to make a decision. The bomb leaning towards the A-bomb site suggests to me that's their preference. But Device obviously there with the AWP. You got Magisk into the mix towards that side of the map. It's never going to be easy. And that's oh my goodness, that flick from Device is just incredible. Falls back into the bomb site, goes for seconds. Able to land a good amount of damage, but it's not. Rush stays alive. At the skin of his teeth, really. Down to 10 HP. Magisk will dispense with him. Now FNS is the last player. A 5 versus 1. Gets 1. So 5 seconds left. It's absolutely over, and Astralis will go to map point.
Yeah. Again, I mean, this was about as, FNS has been performing really well. This was about as good as Cloud9 could have hoped for from the first half, and yet they still just have not showed up whatsoever on this T side. You can see Astralis looking cool, calm and collected. Skadoodle, not so much. Not exactly happy with how things have been going. I mean, I guess just try and play for overtime at this point, but Cloud9's buy isn't even going to be that great here.
Yeah, Really, Astralis have come alive, but so has Magisk, really. He's been the difference maker. He's been the absolute catalyst for the Astralis side. He's sitting on 26 frags, 14 deaths, way up there at the top of the scoreboard. I believe the second down there is Device sitting on 20. So an incredible performance from him. We just seen him come alive onto that CT side. He's been able to shut down Cloud9, and this is the third tactical pulse coming through, I believe. So they have to... What can they do here? There's literally nothing. They tried A, they tried B, they tried different setups, they tried fast pace, slow pace. It's just all been shut down by Astralis, and you start to think, how deep can the leadership go? Of course, it was FNS leading now, I believe it's Tarek, so how much can he really call into this? You're calling against the best team in the world to try and figure out a strategy to work out against probably the best CT side you're going to go up against. It's just an incredible, difficult position.
Yeah, especially because Astralis, again, are all 5 very individually skilled players. There's no weak point you can try and exploit. Push is going to come through apartments, but it will be slowed by the Incendiary in what could be the last round of this opening matchup into round 28. And if Cloud9 aren't careful, they could have 0 rounds on their T side, which is never a good sign. That smoke goes up towards a long. Device is currently playing again on towards short, this exact same position, and as the flashes come through, they're going to push towards him. I think Device couldn't fall back to the site there, but he's going to go for the re-peek. York tries to find the frag, and Device does get the shot, and he manages to survive. Device decides that is job done. He's going to fall back.
Takes off the man advantage, keeps it. Cloud9 are forced to reconsider their options. I mean, what can they do? I mean, I talked about it at the start of the round. There's nothing's going their way, and with only 2 smokes left, they've really limited their options. Glaive gonna get lucky there, doesn't get caught out. Pulls his nade, of course. Bit of an awkward time, but right now, Hawkett, what can you really say for Cloud9? They just need to commit and try and get their way into a bomb site, just try and find those frags. Seems like they want to go towards A, though.
We could say to Cloud9, good luck in the losers match.
Okay, Dupree.
Is that a bit too harsh?
Dupree's on the opposite end of the smoke. Players trying to make their way up towards long. It looks as though they're just going to try and wrap towards this A bomb site. This could actually work out. I mean, both players inside of the bomb site itself, no one inside of the pit, but Device is coming in with a CZ. It's rushed to find the opening, so Magisk goes down. It's down to Dupree, and he's only got 1, so there's a huge chance for Cloud9. This is great for them. They just wrap around the A bomb site. They're able to find both the kills, really, and essentially they have the A bomb site now. Tarek locked out. He will lock out Glaive from anywhere. Trying to get back in from the archway. No chance for him to be involved in the retake. And now it's Device and Zipnix, 2 incredible players, but this is finally looking like something Cloud9 may just to find a way to get around on the board.
Yeah, and they know Device has this AWP, so there's no need to peek in towards him. He can just hold back, and maybe there's some life left in the old dogs just yet. They've got a chance to pull their way back to overtime. Device with some shots, misses a couple. And Zipnix is going to look for exit kills. Obviously, Astralis have so much money. They're just playing for the frags here. They're looking to deny the money. And, oh, Rush does go down to the bomb. It's only the 1 AWP saved by Tarek. And Cloud9 could still struggle to get a full buy here. Whereas Astralis obviously have tons of cash in the bank. So that's something that might be relevant. But then again, in that round, Cloud9 didn't have all that many nades to work with. And they still got it to work for them.
Yeah, it was down to the final seconds. They only had a couple of smokes, I believe it's 2. So obviously wrapping around that A bomb site is probably their best chance, and of course coming down to it, Dupree only being able to find 1. Not really great for them. They'll be Cloud9 up to 13. Again, Astralis though, like you said, they do have a lot of money, so it's going to be a full buy-in. But just towards B again. I mean, we've seen what he can do towards the start of the map, so he's there again. This is going to be a little bit scary for Cloud9.
Good damage. Tarek down to 26 HP before he even sees an opponent. Flash gonna come through. Glaive wants to get aggressive here. FNS is up close with the CZ, trying to gain some ground, and he will force those counter-terrorists back. So the banana control is gained, thanks to Cloud9 having 4 players pushing that position. That means that Skadoodle can look to lock down this angle. I don't expect the peek to come in towards him. Oh, the jump across makes sure that the shot cannot be taken. And with 55 seconds left, Cloud9 are going to go back towards A. And it looks like we are seeing FNS play that entry role, because he's not that in-game leader anymore. He's just going to try and go in first, make sure his teammates have as much room as possible to work with. Yeah, with that CZ in his hands, he can try and get up close. The bomb is still back towards Banana, though, so this might be a fake here.
Yeah, the bomb still is posted in Banana, so that does tend to mean that that's where they want to go. So with 30 seconds left, they have to decide what they are going to do, they leave 3 players over towards A, likely just throw their pieces of utility and just try and get back in towards B. Let's see if Astralis bite the bait. Well, Glaive has got aggressive, so he hears a lot of information on the edge of this smoke.
There's 15 seconds.
They have to make their way quickly to Glaive. If he finds more than one here, if he finds the bomb phantom, it's over. And there goes Skadoodle. A second from Glaive through the smoke, and that is the bomb. It's over. Device catches out another, and it's all on the automatic, but there's no time, and that is it. Astralis 16-13. Cloud9, they leave it too late, but a valiant effort. I mean, that first half, 12-3. They posted way more rounds than anybody expected. Obviously, when you get on that CT side, Astralis got the pistol. They looked dominant throughout that second half. Only one round being found for Cloud9 coming into that second.
And again, you see those nades play a fairly big role there throughout that second half, even in that last round.